Let's hear it for Brian KOHATSU.
Hey guys, how are we doing tonight? Good to see you guys. My name is Brian. I'm half Japanese, half Caucasian, so I do appreciate some of you guys speaking Spanish to me in the parking lot. That's awesome. Appreciate that, I really do. Actually, it works out pretty well for me living in the state of Arizona and looking Mexican, because there's a situation that goes down, the Mexicans outnumber the white people, I can blend in a lot easier than most of you guys. So if I'm walking down the street and there's trouble, it's like, what? There's always one guy who's like, hey man, did you see what just happened? Oh man, that's preposterous. I don't know what that says. I realize I'm the, other than Tiffany, I'm the only diversity on the show. Everybody was white on the show. Have you ever seen a Japanese comic ever? Anybody? No? Well, let me do some traditional Japanese comedy for you then. Maybe that'll kind of put everything in perspective for you. So this is some traditional Japanese comedy. So what's the deal with sushi? How come we don't cook it? Tia! Thank you. Thank you. Friend called me on phone. He says, hey, you want to buy oranges? I say, no, he's Chinese. He says, you want to buy oranges? I say, I don't understand. He says, oh, you don't speak Mandarin? Yeah! Thank you. Thank you. Okay, enough of that. All right. So good. My wife and I, we just celebrated in June. We celebrated our 27th wedding anniversary. And thank you guys so much. 27 years we've been together, but what's interesting about my wife and I, we actually have known each other since we were little kids. We met when we were 7 years old. Went to grade school, high school, college together. We even had some jobs together at one point. And it's very interesting because friends of mine who are in their 20s and 30s, they'll come to me and say, Brian, you and your wife, you seem like you're soulmates. Can you help me find that someone special in my life? And I'm like, I don't know. I met my wife in 3rd grade, so try grade school. It's a joke, don't. My wife is a pretty amazing woman. She played college basketball. She played 4 years at Grand Canyon University. And then after that, she graduated. We got married. And after getting married, we've been married maybe 6 months. She comes to me and she says, hey, I think I want to become a professional golfer. And she'd never played golf in her life at this point. And I'm like, okay, she's 23 years old. I'm like, yeah, knock yourself out, whatever. I'm a supportive husband. And within a year, she gets good enough to get on the tour. So, right, who am I? I'm an idiot, right? She's like, I can accomplish all things I put my mind to. And I'm like, a guy who just wants to tell some fart jokes. That's the balance we have in our marriage right there. But she was on tour, and she played on tour for about 12 years, and then got off tour because we didn't have any kids. We don't want to start a family. So we started our family. Now she works at a golf course here in the valley. Not this one. I won't tell you which one at this point. Maybe you'll figure it out. I don't know, some of you. But she works at a golf course there now, and it's great because my friends really love the fact that my wife works at a golf course because they want 2 things from her, right? They want to golf for free, and they want free lessons, right? But they don't know how to talk to her like a human being. They walk up to her and say stupid things like, hey, you still golfing? She hates that, right? Because she wants to be spoken to like a human being, right? I don't see my friends' wives walk up to her and go, hey, you still, nursing school? Yeah, good, all right. We need nurses, right? It's crazy. We have 2 kids now though. My son is 15, just got his driver's permit, which is terrifying. Mm-hmm. I have no jokes for that because nobody's driven with him yet. My daughter is 13 years old. The kids are great. I put my son in a karate class because that's what Asians like to do. According to my son, so, I wanted to give him some Japanese culture, give him some martial arts, something that's passed down from generation to generation. And so I put him in this karate class. But, kids are different today. According to my son, if somebody has your arm, this is how you get out of this move. So we pulled him out of karate. My daughter, like I said, she's 13 now, and we've never had any problems with my daughter. The only issue we ever had was when she was 6 years old. Every time she'd go to the bathroom, she would use a whole roll of toilet paper. And after a while, it was getting very expensive, and I was constantly plunging. So I sat her down one day, and I said, look, we have to do something quickly. So how about, let's do this. You're 6 years old, use 6 squares, which seems about right. I'm 50, I don't eat a lot of fiber. So applause from some people. Okay, good. All right. If you're not laughing, you're like, that's a good idea. You're welcome. All right, guys, that's my time. Thank you so much.
Brian Kohatsu, folks.